Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a Regaliz leather bracelet, and this one I'm going to make for a guy, and that's one of the things I'm really excited about the product because it's a great unisex, and you can either put just some very simple stuff, or even just, we've had people buy just the leather and put a clasp on. So there's all kinds of ways you can do something for your guy with this leather. So anyway, so I'm going to start by cutting it, and for a guy we generally recommend starting with 8 inches. He's a real big guy, you might want to try, you might want to go with a little bigger, but we use a box cutter with a really sharp blade, and I'm just going to cut it on top of a metal or wooden ruler, and I'm basically just going to cut straight through. Oh, it's a little tough, but if you just muscle it down, you can get it through. And we're going to basically make our bracelet. So I've got my leather. I picked out just a real simple silver tube, and I've got a magnetic clasp, which is one of our favorite clasps. Now you can see that stuck a little bit when I was trying to get it through, and that's because when I cut it, sometimes it leaves, the edges are a little rough. So I'm going to just take a real fine a nail file, or you can use fine sandpaper and smooth out the edges a little bit. So that's how that works, and hopefully, and then sometimes also if you you can flip the component around and it'll fit in there a little better. But I'm using the matte black leather, which again, not shiny, and again, something that I think most guys would like. And I'm going to use the magnetic clasp, which basically, when you put it on, it just basically pushes, one side pushes down. So until you kind of get it situated, it's a little unglued on, it's a little tricky, but that's how that works. So now that I've got it kind of on there in the right way, I want to make sure that I keep it positioned correctly so that I get it glued on the way it needs to go and not backwards. We recommend using super new glue, which is a great glue for metal and leather, and I'm just going to basically put a bunch of glue inside the clasp like that. And then again, I wanted to make sure that I had it positioned down, because I know the other component's going to meet it at the other end. And then I want to put a bunch of glue on this one. And again, I want to make sure they'll meet, so I'm going to put that glue there. And then I'm going to let it set for a minute before I clasp it. Basically, that's what you've got. You've got a great bracelet for your guy.